Hi there, I'm Mrs. Ledezma Hernandez, and I am a student filmmaker from Hoover High School. Talking about teens' mental health, I created a small compilation of interviews with teens talking about their problems and some solutions that they thought of. And so here you go.
I feel like most of the time recently it's a lot about like communication issues. Most people don't really know how to communicate that well with people, like even me included. I know for a fact I have a bit of social anxiety. People kind of almost built up this bubble due to the quarantine that they kind of feel safe in.
Overcommitting to too many extracurriculars. A lot of teens love being involved in everything, but it's rather the expectation that we need to be. And in the end results in not only them not being able to put energy into those extracurriculars, but no longer being able to put energy into the basic necessities of just excelling in class on a basic level.
They're pretty well aware of it. They know what mental health is and they know the causes of it, but I feel like they don't acknowledge them within themselves. They never notice it until probably once they're into adulthood, and then they're kind of oh, I went through this and I never knew about that.
Colleges are impossible to get into, and to do so you need to be perfect, and this puts a lot of stress on kids to be perfect in order to get to the schools they want, or any school at all.
And specifically the competitive nature that our American school system has, that you have to be a straight A student with 5 APs just to get into college. And I think that on top of the insane workload that we have, and the fact that there's really no substantial mental health system in our schools that helps students dealing with anxiety and burnout, all come together to make school just this kind of hellscape for students all having mental breakdowns at the same time.
Generally, homework and essays aren't as difficult as when a test is given out. You stress the few days leading up about studying, and then once you take the test, you're what did I get? And that can really slow kids down.
I think bullying affects kids' mental health because it changes how they look at life, others, and themselves.
How can we make things better? And what are some solutions you can think of right now?
Honestly, just getting more people out of their comfort zone, that actually being able to go out there and do things, network.
I'd say we have a wide multitude of programs, but maybe there could be a way to make it seem more popularized, because then again, there's more fitting in with the crowd, right? People don't want to be the only one going for mental health services.
Just by simply talking about it, or creating communities and circles where people are more open to each other, open-minded, getting across our needs and how to help each other.
When I did therapy myself, my therapist once took me to a room where it was just me and a bunch of other girls, and we all kind of just spoke. It's kind of a place where everyone just feels comfortable enough to talk hey, this is what I'm feeling, without feeling any guilt or feeling down for themselves.
Maybe everybody can participate in this by just being more open and more interactive with each other, inviting people to do something like play soccer, cook, hang out after school.
You can tell when your friends are dealing with stuff, and I think just reaching out and being hey, are you okay, you want to talk about it? And just normalizing that you're dealing with problems, and everyone's dealing with problems, and it's not just you.
We have this notion that video games are almost kind of bad, is kind of brutal. I feel enticed by the narratives of the story more than the actual gameplay sometimes. But there's themes that could just be implemented to your daily lives, that playing these characters, there's some overarching story, some overarching theme that you just learn at the end.
I go work out, hit the tennis courts for a little while, just do something physical to take my mind off of everything. Plus I'm bettering myself at the same time, so it's a win-win.
You can build your mind and your body at the same time. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but as long as you grow, that's all it really matters.
To deal with things, yeah, I think just letting emotions out, because I feel keeping them in, it can make a person go crazy for sure.
Programs maybe that endorse that open projection probably could be good.
If there were a program to include music and how you can use it to cope with your stress and over assignments in school, I think people would be interested in it, because I know almost everyone in my class, every time the teacher is oh yeah, you can put on headphones and listen to music, everyone has their earbuds out.
I listened to sad music all day. I was depressed, and that's when I first started writing the songs. I just pick up the guitar, learn some chords, and just express myself Maybe I just strum the guitar and just scream, like to let it all out, because it's been stressful to like keep it inside of me.
Sometimes people do need help, and you never really know until you commit to an action. So my advice is, like, if you're not sure, you should do something.
You're not the only one going through it.
Keep going forward.
I want them to know that they're not alone.
You can still grow.
There's still more to do, and this is just a new step in life where we have to learn.